want to make a little case for my Coleman lantern. It came with a funnel and some spare mantles, so I need a bit of a place to put them in as well. So what I'm thinking is I could make some kind of a wooden box, very much similar to the cardboard box that it came in size, but with a little lid that clips on top and a little drawer in the bottom to house the funnel and the mantles. Something simple. I've got a bit of this probably 10mm plywood to use as the base and the top and the drawer and stuff like that, stuff that can be pinned together. And for the sides, I want to use this very, very thin, probably 3mm hardboard, which is just some cheap packing stuff. I began by making a drawing of what I wanted to build and then measuring the lamp, because that's what's got to fit in the box, and using those dimensions to cut up the timber. So I cut up the sides first out of the oak plywood and then cut the bases and the top and the shelf inside. And then I moved on to cut the joints. It's just a simple lamp joint, pretty much used exclusively throughout this project. And I just cut them, check them, because I want to make sure that what I'm making is pretty good. So you can see there I'm just putting in the shelf groove on it, and then I'm putting in the side grooves on those big panels to take the hardboard on the sides. And I'm just doing a dry assembly to check everything fits. Marking the circle out on the shelf because I'm going to put a little step in there. So I cut a circle with the jigsaw after drilling a hole in the bench press, and that means that the lamp will lock securely, the base of the lamp will lock securely in the box. So here I'm cutting out the sides for the drawer. And here's the hardboard for the sides of the box itself. And I just start doing the glue up and assembly. And this is a point I like in the project, because you've got all your bits, you know they all fit together dry, and you can just carry on. And what I found quite difficult here is pinning this together. It was easy enough on the plywood to pin it together, but there were some bits on the drawer where I ended up putting the same pin in about 3 times, trying to get it not to come out the side because it was running very, very thin. But in the end I got it almost perfect, I think, all the way around. I'm using a clamp here just to bring the 2 sides together tight around the hardboard when I'm pinning it. And here, now that I have the main body of the box built, I'm just checking the fit of the dry pieces of the drawer, because I want it to be snug so that it won't fall out, but not so snug that I can't get it in and out. I don't want to put a handle on it, so I want to be able to just catch it underneath with my fingernails and pull it out. And so I'm putting a rebate all around, and likewise for the base of the drawer. And here's the final glue up and pinning of the drawer. I used some really small pins for this, and it was really fiddly to try and get them all in, but I got it together. And that's just wiping the glue down and then trimming a final piece of hardboard to make the base. And so there it is, assembled. And the next piece to work on is just to chamfer the edges of the top, or the lid, and put some hinges on to finish it up. And so all in all, this was just made out of scrap that I had lying around, the hinges from just bundles of stuff that I have in the shed, screws, lots of screws about, and I used a hasp and staple on the front of it as well, which you'll see in a second. There it is, just to secure the lid. And I thought about putting a handle on it, but at this stage I didn't. So I anticipate just using that at home. And here's the test to see if it'll fit. And it does, and you've got to give it a bit of a twist to get it in, just to make it fit in that circle, but that's it. A bit loose at this stage, so I'll cut a bit of sponge later on to make it fit. So here's the finished box. Got a piece of sponge in on top just to put a bit of pressure, and you can see the little dimple there from where that top catches it. Just lifts out. There's a ring in the bottom to hold it steady. In the drawer there's just enough space for the funnel and the mantles. Exactly the way I wanted it. So when you're putting it in, you've got to put it in by the top, so you can't do it hot. Just slots in. Just give it a twist to locate it in the hole. I haven't put a handle on it on top as a carrier, because I don't anticipate that I'll use it as a carrier. I normally just keep it at home and use it at home, but I could always stick a handle on if I wanted it as a carrier. So there you go. I think it turned out quite handsome overall. Thanks for watching this video, and maybe you've learned something. If you have, hit me up on Patreon or like and subscribe, and that'd be really good. Thanks very much. See you next time.